morning students, how are you? I hope you all are well and you all are using the FunToot app. Yes students, in our previous video what we have learned? Yes, in the previous video we have solved some examples from your chapter. Which chapter? Understanding shapes. Yes, and we have used the FunToot. Yes students, now up to this we learn what is diagonal, what is polygon, then types of polygon. Now in today's video we are going to learn a topic that is diagonals of a polygon. Okay students, what is diagonal? What does the mean diagonal? You can see on the screen a definition is given of diagonal. Now some figures are also shown in that. Okay students, now let's start our topic. Okay, a diagonal is a line segment that connect non-adjacent vertices in a polygon. Now you can see these are the vertices and this figure is of triangle. So how many diagonals does a triangle have? Yes, how many triangles? You can see diagonal is a line segment that connect non-adjacent vertices. Non-adjacent. Okay, there is one more formula for finding vertices, that is n minus 3 upon 2 for finding the diagonal in any polygon. Okay, where n is the number of line segment. Okay, now in the figure of triangle, how many line segments are there? Can you count? Yes, how many line segments are there? Yes, there are 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, because the triangle have 3 lines. You can see these 3 lines. Now put the value of 3 instead of n, in the place of n. That means 3 minus 3 upon 2. Okay students, now 3 minus 3 what will happen? You will get as 0. So the whole value will be 0. That means in triangle there is no diagonal. But what about in square? There are 2 diagonals. You can see diagonals means which connect to non-adjacent vertices. Okay students, now if you put the value of, there are how many line segment? 4 are there. So put the value of n, 4. Okay, 4, then 4 minus 3 divided by 2. What will happen? 4 minus 3 will be 1. So 4 divided by 2. There are 2 diagonals. You can count. This is first and this is second. So 2 diagonals are there. In the rectangle also the similar is there. Why? Because there are 4 line segments. So 4 minus 3 divided by 2. Answer will be the same. Yes students, understand how to find the diagonal. We are having a formula. That formula is n minus 3 upon 2, where n is nothing but our line segments. In square and in rectangle answer is same. What happen if the sides are more than 4? Now you can see in pentagon how many sides are there? 5. You can count that. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. And in heptagon 7 are there, in hexagon 6 are there, and in octagon 8 is there. Now we are using this formula for finding the diagonal of each one. Okay, now put the value 5. 5 minus 3 divided by 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. 5 multiplied by 2 divided by 2. 2 will get cancelled. So in in pentagon 5 diagonals are there. How many diagonals are there? 5. And what about hexagon? Hexagon have how many sides? 6 sides. So put the value of n in formula. 6 minus 3 divided by 2. Okay, 6 minus 3, 3. That means 6 multiplied by 3 divided by 2. Now cancel this 6 with 2. 3 will get, yes, 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, and 3 3s are 9. So in hexagon 9 diagonals are there. And in heptagon, see, count these lines. There are 7 lines. That means 7 side is there. So put the value 7. Yes, 7 minus 3 divided by 2. So 7 multiplied by 7 minus 3 is 4. Yes, divided by 2. So 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. There are 14 diagonals in heptagon. And what about octagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 sides are there. So put the value of 8, 8, then 8 minus 3 divided by 2. We are using this formula for everyone, okay? Now 2, 2 2s are 4 and 8 minus 3 is 5. So 4 5s are 20. So in octagon 20 diagonals are there. Understand how to find the diagonals of any polygon? Yes, students? Now you can see this is your exercise 8.1. The first question is draw the following. First is concave polygon, second is convex polygon, then a regular convex polygon, then an irregular convex polygon, a regular concave polygon and irregular concave polygon. This is for your homework. You have to draw a concave polygon of any shape. Okay students, the first question is for you. Now see the second question. Classify the following as polygons or non-polygons. First we have to know what is polygon. Polygon is a closed figure and which is made by a line segment. So first see the first one, A. Is A a polygon? It is closed? No, it is not closed. It is open from downside. You can see. So first is non-polygon. Understand? Now see the second one. Second is polygon or non-polygon? Yes, it is polygon. It is closed figure and it is made up of by line segment. Okay students? Now see the third one. Third is closed figure but it is not polygon. Why? Because it is not made up of by line segment. There is a curve shape. You can see. So it is not polygon. Okay students. Now see the D question. D is an example of polygon. Okay students. It is closed figure and all the sides are yes line segments. Yes students, there is no curve figure in that or it is not open. So it is polygon. But see the last one. Last is a non-polygon because it is made up of by curve shape. Okay students, now let's take another example. The question is classify the following as convex or concave polygon. Now there are so many 5 questions are there. Okay students, now we have to find out of them which are concave polygon and which are convex polygon. First you have to know the definition of concave polygon and convex polygon. Okay students, what is the meaning of concave polygon and convex polygon? Yes, the convex and concave polygon. Tell me the definition of convex and concave polygon. Yes students, the convex polygon is yes in concave polygon at least one angle is greater than 180. Yes, it is the definition of concave or convex. See the first figure M. M is concave. Why it is concave? Because you can see in the middle M there is an interior angle which is greater than 180. Okay students, so it is concave. And what about second? Second is concave or convex? Yet is yes, it is also concave. Okay, now see the third one. C. It is a square or it is a rectangle. Which type of this? So it will be convex. Why? Because all the angles of that is less than 180. Yes students, so it is convex. But see the D question. D is an example of concave because you can see the right side of that figure, many of the angles are greater than 180. And see the last one. Last is convex because all the angles are less than 180. Okay students. Now question number 4. How many diagonals can be drawn in the following polygon? Just now we have seen the figure of hexagon, heptagon also. Yes students, octagon. So this question is for you. In hexagon, how many sides are there? 6. So in the formula n minus 3 upon 2, put the value of n as 6. So you will get the value of diagonals in hexagon, and in heptagon the number of sides are 7. In nonagon there are 9 sides, okay, and in the D octagon the number of sides are 8, and in dodecagon the sides are 10, and in triangle we just now see there is no diagonal. Yes students, so many of the questions just now we have solved, and I think only 2 are remaining from that, that is C and E. That is for you can solve that, okay students. You have to take a photo of that is JPG image, scan that, and you have to copy that on your drive, okay. I will check that you have solved these examples or not, okay students. In your rough notebook you can solve. I will give the notes of each and every question, okay students, so don't worry about notes. I will give the notes of each question of every lesson, okay students. Now next topic is angles in polygon, okay. How we are finding the angles in polygon? Angle sum property, it is there, the next topic of your chapter. Now we can work out the angle sum property of polygon by splitting it into triangles. Remember that the angles in a triangle is 180. Now you can see in triangle the addition of all angles is 180, but in quadrilateral how many triangle will be there? 2. So the addition of all angle is 360. And in pentagon, yes students, you can see how many triangles we can made. Yes, there will be 3 triangles. You can see in the figure 180 for first triangle, 180 for second triangle, and 180 for third triangle. Yes students, we already know the addition of all angles in a triangle is 180. We are using that in the polygons, okay. So the all additions of angle in pentagon is 540. Now what about hexagon? How many what is the addition, total addition of angle? Now how many triangles will be there? 1 2 3 4 triangles we can made. Yes students, the vertex should be same for the lines, okay, first line. So the angle in hexagon is 720. And what about heptagon? In heptagon, if we are started from one vertex, okay students, we will be keeping that vertex as same. Now you can see 1 2 3. Now in hexagon 4 is there, so in heptagon how many will be there? 5 will be there. Yes students. Now let's take, if we draw the lines, that means diagonals, there are 5 triangles in heptagon, that means 5 multiplied by 180, so addition of all angles in heptagon is 900. Now what about octagon? Octagon has 6 multiplied by 180, that means there are 6 triangles in octagon. So addition of all the angles is 1080. Okay students, understand this? In that also there is one formula for finding the addition of all angles, that means sum of all angles. Now in triangle how many sides are there? Yes students, 3 sides are there. In quadrilateral how many sides are there? 4 sides. In pentagon 5 sides. In hexagon how many sides are there? Hexa means 6, okay, and hepta means 7, octa means 8. Now there is a formula for finding the addition of polygon, okay, addition of angles. Now see 3 4 5, these are the number of sides, and the formula is, in a polygon if it has n sides there will be a triangle inside. How many triangles will be there? N minus 2. Now if a polygon has 20, so there will be 18 triangles, okay. You can see we can find the number of triangles with the help of these n minus 2, okay students. If pentagon, in pentagon you can find 5 minus 2, 3, there are 3 triangles. And in quadrilateral how many triangles are there? 2, but we are finding this by n minus 2. Put the value of number of sides, that is 4 minus 2, 2. So what will be the number of triangles? That we have to multiply by 180. So if a side has 20, then the addition is 3240. So angle sum property is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. N minus 2 is number of triangles in a polygon. Okay, and what will be the answer? That is multiplied by 180. So you will get the angle, how much the angle, total angle of a pentagon. Okay students, understand this, how to find the sum of angles. Yes, sum of all the angles. The formula, use the formula n minus 2 multiplied by 180. Now in the figure you can see there is a triangle ABC, and sum of all interior angles of triangle is 180. Yes, addition of all these angles is 180. Now what about quadrilateral? Sum of all interior angle is 360. That means addition of all angles. Now what about in polygon? Okay students, in polygon number of sides are n. Polygon will have how many triangles? N minus 2. Just now we have learned. And sum of interior angle is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. This is the formula. Okay students, you have to remember this. What is the formula for finding the sum of interior angle? If a polygon has 4 sides, then the triangles will be 2. Okay, now see what about the quadrilateral. In a quadrilateral, one diagonal we have drawn. Okay, that means there are 2, yes, 2 triangles. So 4 minus 2 multiplied by 180. 4 is number of sides. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 180. So answer is 360. That means in quadrilateral, addition of all angle is 360. Okay students, understand this. Now what is the exterior angle? Just now we have learned the interior. Now we are going to learn exterior angle. Now you can see on the figure the markings are there. Yes, these markings are for exterior angle. That means the angle which made outside the polygon by extending the lines of polygon. The angle which made are called exterior angle. Okay students, understand this. How many interior angle will be there? That much the exterior angle. Suppose now you can see this figure A, B, C, D, E. This is pentagon, and I am standing, suppose I am standing on the mark, that red mark. Okay, you can see the red mark. If I have to go from a path, that means covering the path of that segments, outer line of this, if I go from A to B, okay, what will happen? I have to go to C. What I have to do? I have to turn that. Yes, I will turn from B to go C. Okay, now I am here. I will complete one full turn. Okay, now you can see this. Now I am going to in the direction D. Yes, there is M and angles are made, that you have to see. If I am going from D to E, I will make an angle P. Yes students, now I am going to in the direction, where direction? E. Now there is an angle made by that, so that angle is Q. Now I am going to A. Yes, that angle is made by R. Now I will come to my original position. Yes, I have completed the full one turn. Yes, and the full one turn angle of that addition will be 360, because the angle of full complete turn is 360. I have completed this round from A, B, C, D, E to again E. That means I am going in which direction? Yes students, in the circular manner. Yes, I am going in this direction. You can see here, I was here, then I have going from here to again at my original position. I have completed one full turn, and the angle will be 360. Understand? That means addition of exterior angle for this pentagon is 360 degree. Okay students, it is completing the whole circle. That means in circular manner I am going from A to again A. So the sum of all exterior angles of a polygon is 360 degree. That means addition of R plus addition of M plus addition of N plus addition of P plus addition of Q, all the exterior angle. These are the exterior angles. Yes, the angles which made outside the polygon by extending the lines of polygon are called exterior angle, and the sum of all exterior angles of a polygon is 360.